Massive day for the mentally challenged. My Microsoft IT specialist slash Indian food deliverer has made another video.
Welcome back to a series so yummy, even Froggin subscribed. In today's video, Hassan is now implying that America or the Jews control ISIS. Of course, Hassan would know this as the leading expert in all terrorists, obviously. Ethan has responded calling...
Now, the irony of that is, even the Israeli Times claim that to be true, actually. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, okay? This is not actual real politics. I would never cover that. That's boring and stupid and unproductive. So let's see how stupid Hassan says that anyway.
him anti-Semitic. His old arch nemesis Destiny has also responded. Updates on the Hassan orbiting moons, including Caseytron. Subscribe for entertainment.
Man, why must he put every single time a picture of Caseytron when he's talking about Caseytron? Can we just not have like a black screen when talking about her? I personally think that's less mentally damaging.
So good, it's practically a TV show at this point. I mean, 30-minute episodes and you don't have to wait a week. And it's
I don't even watch the full episode and my stuff is better, so subscribe and like the video here, right there.
free. Sign me up. Take it away, Jellywig.
Let's up those numbers!
Now let's begin with Hassan trying to imply that the Jews control ISIS. So basically, ISIS is
Fund.
very bad, terrorist group. So here we have a tweet by Dan Saltman. Hassan Piker is such a dishonest moron. Just say that the Jews control ISIS and get it over with. The sooner Democrats jettison these lunatics, the better. And he's attached this clip.
On the other hand, you have obviously ISIS, which is, this terror cell that seemingly never attacks Israel and only kills Muslims. Weirdly enough, okay? Don't know what that's about. I'm not going to point any fingers here. Has the American forces actually defended ISIS at times? Yes. Has Israel defended ISIS at times in Syria? Yes, they have.
Dude, this guy is completely insane. First off, I'm pretty sure he got that completely wrong. He's sort of like listing off conspiracy theory talking points. Second off, is he just doing it again? This is like when he saw the recent shooting.
I mean, what is he gonna what is he supposed to do, I mean? Not say stupid stuff? If Hassan tried to say smart things, he would never open his mouth.
On Israeli diplomats and was like, I'm not saying it's a false flag, but it would have been the perfect false flag. Guys, I'm not saying the US government in Israel controls ISIS, but guys, it's just awfully suspicious. Dude, he's actually going.
Isn't Obama literally, by all credible sources, considered the person who accidentally created ISIS? I just kind of want to point that out, okay?
Going insane. Like every day we have a more and more extreme ludicrous take. I mean, at least he's not glazing ISIS. I guess that's like an improvement,
To be fair, again, I hate Hassan. I hate all of these people. All the top. If we got rid of at least the top 2 streamers in the world would be such a better place. That's what Asmongold said. Well, kinda. He didn't imply that about streamers, but he should have. The world would be such a better place. And I guess that is growth of character for Hassan, not naturally, instantaneously giving support to any group that's terrorists by default. Technically, that's good, I guess.
Not supporting the extremist terrorist murderers, that's a start for Hassan. Here's what people are saying. So he'd unironically be pro-ISIS if they killed more Jews? ISIS has attacked Israel, but not often because of the IDF. Somebody's posted this screenshot. ISIS claims first attack in Israel. ISIS in Egypt claims rocket attack on Israel. Basically showing there are examples of where ISIS has attacked Jews. Somebody responded with Hassan and Dan Clancy, and this is like the viral CEO that got caught cheating. Biggest pseudo-intellectual on the internet today. He's a literal bullshit fountain. Right, so Ethan responded, the USA and Israel have never defended ISIS. Hassan is describing a popular anti-Semitic conspiracy theory popular in Dan Bilzerian type of circles. He suggests that Israel is actually behind ISIS. Why? Because ISIS has never attacked Israel. Except Hassan is lying as usual. ISIS has planned multiple attacks against Israel and Israelis. He also lies about ISIS only.
Wait. What do we honestly mean here when we use the word planned? I mean, I'm planning to take over the world, but no one's really contributing anything good to me, you know what I'm saying?
Only targeting Muslims. With the most cursory research, you will find that this is not true. ISIS has killed countless Yazidis and forced their women into slavery. Hassan is quite literally hand-waving an entire genocide against the Yazidi people in service of his conspiracy theory. ISIS also targets Christians and Kurds, which are seemingly unimportant to him. Hassan is a terrorist mouthpiece for Hamas, Iran, and Hezbollah, happily spreading their propaganda.
Whoa. Is Hassan actually pro-Iran? He probably is. Let's face it, he probably is. Don't know if that's true, but if I had to place my money somewhere, that would be probably it.
And lies amongst his Western audience. I mean, you can't make this shit up. He's literally peddling complete conspiracy theories like a actual nut job. I mean, Hassan wonders why people just don't trust his coverage anymore, and then he goes and says shit like this. I mean, you literally twist any story completely to fit your narrative. Of course, people are not gonna trust you at all when this is the type of shit you're peddling. And I just love how he always has to defend his so-called side, right? Obviously, we all know this. He is Schrodinger's Turk, you know, white when convenient, Muslim when convenient, Turkish when convenient. Any terrorist attacks, it must be, you know, the Israelis, the Americans, the white people. Just acknowledge that everyone can do bad shit. Everybody's got bad eggs. Stop being such a flippin' psychopath terrorist.
I would actually prefer to call out the bad eggs, though. I don't give a shit about acknowledging any of these bad eggs. I want the ability to call out all of these bad things, okay?
Just mouthpiece, dude. It's crazy. You know, just as a joke, I'm just gonna use Hassan's same logic against him, right? How is it that Hassan always finds himself on the side of the terrorist? It's just convenient, isn't it? He's always supporting Hamas, the Houthis, Hezbollah. Now he's trying to say that ISIS is somehow set up by the Jews? I don't know, it's just lovely terrorist talking points. People are responding, when it isn't Asmongold, Nux, Destiny, or Ethan, Hassan has Israel derangement syndrome. I hate closeted anti-Semitics. The word salad excusing hate, yet coming across as moral is sick. Hassan is beyond retired in the head. If Hassan's nose grew like Pinocchio, how long do you think it would be? It would wrap around the earth about 60,000 times. Anyway.
Impressive, probably.
After this, Destiny responded. Destiny reacts to Hassan's take that ISIS only goes.
Oh god, are you telling me Hassan's take was so bad that even Destiny could get a win off of this? Oh, dude, you know things are bad when your morals are being questioned by Destiny, and it turns out he's right. Holy, that's bad.
After Muslims rather than Israel. Wait till he finds out who the majority of the Houthis killed were.
On the other hand, you have obviously ISIS, which is, you know, this terror cell that seemingly never attacks Israel and only kills Muslims. Weirdly enough.
Oh, he's so close. Oh no, he's so close. Holy shit. He's right on the he's right there. He's like, isn't it kind of weird that there's this like extremist Muslim organization and it seems like the majority of people they kill are actually other Muslims, which I thought only the United States and white people killed. He's so close.
Okay, don't know what that's about.
Wait till he finds out who the majority of the Houthis killed were, or the majority of Hezbollah killed, or the majority of every basically Arab extremist group
He's right.
that's ever existed is killed, or the Taliban killed, or anybody else. He's so close.
This is shocking information. You're telling me extremist terrorists actually kill all kinds of people? In fact, they seem to want to terrorize civilians in general? Shocking information here. The point is, they are extremist, radical, violent pieces of shit and probably need to be condemned. It's just insane. We got top Twitch
Probably need to be contempt. That's interesting.
streamer Hassan here, you know, the voice of the left apparently, who supports several terrorist groups. Hassan, when you tell him the terrorists he supports actually kill people, including Muslims. Shocked Pikachu face?
Oh, I have seen what this is. I think. Or not.
Let me get this straight. So, in Hassan's twisted sort of mind here, one of the reasons he will be glazing these terrorist groups is because in his mind, they actually kill non-Muslim people, and they basically kill other types of people, which is why he's okay with it. How insane is that?
Okay, we don't need to stretch this, okay? Nothing Hassan says needs to be ever stretched. Because it's already bad enough, okay? We don't need to go the extra step to make out anything Hassan says into bad or stupid. It's just a default property.
But of course, he's progressive, guys. He's the masculine voice of the left. I'm very open-minded. I love gay people, of course.
Hasn't this guy, like, kissed the man on stream multiple times before? Question mark?
Of course, surely my terrorist buddies also love them. Just ask my best friend here, Hezbollah. He's a big fan of the gay ones. What about my good nephew here, my favorite teenager? Luffy, of course. Oh, what's that? He was bragging about bombing some ships, you know, posing next to a hijacked ship. No, just ignore that. He's a freedom fighter, of course. Don't talk about the slaves they keep. Oh, stop it. You're making me look so stupid. Anyways, after this, Destiny talks about Hassan's way of phrasing his arguments, right? In a very disingenuous way.
I'm not going to point any fingers here. Has the American forces actually defended ISIS at times? Yes. Has Israel defended ISIS at times in Syria? Yes, they have.
Remember, Syria is the place where you can make any argument about anybody doing anything that you ever want ever, okay? Russian jets flying to Syria could be doing 10 things simultaneously. They could be violating Turkey's airspace. They could be violating the airspace of a NATO ally, being a threat to the West. They could be attacking terrorists like ISIS. They could be bombing innocent Kurdish people who have nothing to do with anything. They could be helping Assad. They could be bombing Syria. There are so many different factions that were at play, coming and going at different points during the Syrian civil war, that you could basically say whatever the fuck you want, and you'll probably be right. You'll probably at some.
Okay. I hate this thing. Arguments like this are fucking useless. Because if there's a multitude of possibilities of an outcome, it doesn't mean that all of these possibilities are automatically disqualified because it's just a little bit harder to figure out what actually happened. Okay? If there's two solutions to a problem, it doesn't make both of them instantaneously invalid.
Point, we supported ISIS. At some point in that war, there probably was a time when we attacked somebody who was attacking the same person where our interests are aligned on things. ISIS didn't like Assad. We didn't like Assad.
Okay, I want to listen to this thing, okay? Can we get back to him talking about how some group of kids probably deserve the bad things that happened? Okay? That's the Destiny I know, okay?
Probably points where Al-Qaeda was involved, and they still are involved to some extent. I think they still have like 100 square meters of like a
yeah, so the thing about that is not the same as explicit support. So if two people are trying to accomplish the same objective, it just so happens they have a common goal at one point. It doesn't mean they are in cahoots. For example, we'll take me and Destiny. We both don't like Hassan, but I also don't like Destiny for a couple of his other takes, which have been very stupid. So, obviously, I'm not in cahoots with Destiny here. It just so happens we have a common enemy here, that being Hassan. But you know who actually is in cahoots? People who actually...
No, I'm not gonna lie. If my common enemy was Destiny's enemy, I would still not actually ally with Destiny. That seems like a moral downgrade.
Finance the freaking terrorist organizations. And you know who does that one, Hassan? The Iranian...
Literally Obama, based on American intelligence reporting. Obama's action... No, by the way, I'm serious about this one. If you do not know, it is not even disputed that Obama's actions very much literal step led to the creation of ISIS, if you're wondering. That's actually an undisputed thing.
Government who you seem to love so much, who you defend so vigorously. The Hamas leader...
And by the way, if you're asking, maybe he did not know. He was warned that that's gonna lead to that. It is what it is.
you know, the terrorist leader, literally thanked them for their financial support. That is considered explicit support. That's not like a common goal or they have the same objective. It's just like, hey, you're helping me straight up. But don't worry, guys. According to Hassan, the Iranian government is actually very progressive. They definitely do not oppress anyone, especially not women.
That's so funny, actually, dude. I love this. This is one of my favorite stories, by the way. It's about Hassan and Asmongold when Asmongold was still forced to openly, you know, slump on that schlong by night media to defend Hassan. And once Hassan, well, once again from countless times, he again said something about terrorism good, and Asmongold went and had a talk with him. Oh no, was it actually? No. It was Asmongold said something bad. I think it was about Palestine, that one. And then Hassan had a talk with him. And from that talk... and then, listen, Hassan's an idiot, but you gotta fucking admit the fucking fact that Asmongold had a conversation with him and went away with thinking, wow, Al-Qaeda actually supports trans rights. That's so cool. The fucking fact that someone is so stupid to actually believe that. Asmongold. No, that's the wrong sentence starter. Hassan actually found someone stupider than him to believe his garbage. And that was Asmongold. Wow. These terrorist groups that are, you know, this far away from throwing gays off roof buildings national sport are actually for trans rights and have always been. What? You can't make this up. I think about it every single time I hear about any of this progressive terrorism shit. That's where I instantaneously think, oh my god, how stupid do you need to be to actually unironically full-blown fucking believe that and not even question it? Oh man, that puts a smile on my face every single time, boys.
Don't you know? I've seen TikTok dances there. Also, they're very pro-LGBT.
By the way, Iran is actually weirdly very pro-trans.
Yes, this is that. Yeah. Asmongold bought this. God. Man, God really must love Hassan. I'm not gonna lie, boys. For anyone to be fucking stupider than him, that's a miracle.
Gay people to transition. Pro-trans, of course. I love it when two regards go after each other's throats. Took all of 8 seconds to have Grok tell me that yes, ISIS has targeted or murdered.
You see, this is the problem.
Jews for being
you need ISIS, not ISIS, but Grok to tell you these things. That's also kind of dumb.
Mr. Piker is undeniably a very simple, disingenuous man. Hassan is stupid. Thank you. That sums it up. And was moving on to Hassans Subreddit. Apparently, they're really mad at him using the word schizophrenic. I can't subscribe to Hassan until he stops using schizophrenic as an insult. I live with BPD. And then they have like this huge paragraph here.
Well, I would imagine every single Hassan supporter lives with something like BPD.
When you use schizophrenic,
that kind of explains the support.
As an insult, you are not tearing down conspiracy-minded white Trump supporters. You are associating with some of the most hateful people in the country. I hope this makes sense.
Unironically, writing a sentence like that is just... It's just peak, boys. It's just peak.
People responded, oh, please let them all start turning on each other. We already started seeing this happening with the Orbiters. If it happens within Hassan's community as well, amazing. This guy's gonna get banned and doxxed for making a suggestion about Hassan's insults. We got MAGA Gay saying, when you pander to woke snowflakes, it's an inevitability they'll find something stupid to turn on you over. Never-ending purity test Lamau. You know what I want to do? I want to check Hassan's fridge. I want to see if he's still drinking that Diet Coke that he promised to stop drinking for that one lunatic fan.
Disgusting.
Let's start a petition to check Hassan Piker's fridge. I think that's really important, guys. Moving on to the Hassan Orbiters. We got a big weekend for the Orbit, and we got Shonda Black, Denims, and...
I'm sorry, is Sean? Isn't that Scene the Black?
The Orbit, and we got Shonda Black, Denims, and I think this is Mike from PA here.
Central Commie. Yeah, that seems about right if that's Hassan. At Hassan Refugees. What the fuck is this? See, this is why I don't watch live streams.
And apparently they have actually gotten some viewership. Now, I don't know why this has happened, why they all have Hassan in the title. I'm the new Hassan. I guess maybe he took a break or something like that, because that's like the literal definition of the Orbiter.
I don't know. Seems like something I literally could not care less about, to be completely honest.
This here, whenever Hassan takes a break or there's some level of drip down, they try to siphon one viewer from him each time, and they all like eat the scraps. Basically, it's basically like the most pathetic dick sucking you'll ever see. People responded, Denims looks like she's the first to rat out the snark mods in the Orbiter group. By the way, quick context: Denim's lawyers and Ethan's lawyers agreed to subpoena the Reddit mods and expedite that and basically get all their personal info so they can be named in the lawsuit.
Oh yeah, I saw this. Ethan tweeted that all of them are 30 years plus and don't have jobs. Is that supposed to be surprising? I'm surprised even someone has a job who actually uses Reddit. Reddit is like literally unemployment central.
It was all a game of who's likely going to quit.
There is not a single, by the way, good subreddit. There's not a single Reddit, okay? Thankfully, I have never used really Reddit. I actually have Reddit on my bots here. I have the Dota 2 subreddit and the Magic the Gathering subreddit, which I both don't use. But I added them. I don't really actually remember why I added both of them, because I don't use them. I don't actually have a Reddit account.
Cooperate with Ethan.
Oh no, I have a Reddit account. It's called Guest Something. Don't know why.
And Denim surprised me given she was the worst offender here. That wasn't Denim's decision, it was her lawyers. And she pretty much just had to agree to whatever they...
Your lawyer's decision is your decision. Your lawyer can not at any single point make a decision without your explicit allowance or agreement.
Said that's kind of what happens when you hire legal counsel. You gotta listen to them and not do your...
You don't have to God damn, I hate this misrepresentation of what lawyers are. This is what big streamers do, okay? Constantly. Oh, look at that. I contacted a miner, okay? From a Somali lithium battery mine, obviously. That kind of miner, okay? And then I said, let's meet at TwitchCon, my Somali mining friend. And then that gets revealed. And the next thing is, my lawyers told me I can't speak about this. You can. Your lawyers literally have no power over you. You pay their bills. You pay their salary. Okay? If a lawyer is unhappy with what you're doing, they have the right to quit and whatnot, but they can never literally force you to do anything. There is no such thing as, I can't talk about this situation because it's an ongoing lawsuit. Bitch, the only time you cannot talk about an ongoing lawsuit if there is a gag order explicitly from the judge residing over the case. Otherwise, you can literally say anything you want, okay? Every time someone big gets into problems and they say, I can't talk about... They're lying. They are lying. That is not a real thing. Their lawyers cannot have... They have no power over making them quiet. It's smart to be quiet, and that's what people use in those cases, because they want people to stop talking about it. So, they always lie about this.
Usual stupid moves. And honestly, I'm not surprised that Denims was the first one to do it.
But I'm not gonna lie, considering he's a Microsoft IT guy by trade, obviously, hey, he's allowed to not know this.
Considering Casey Tron didn't even have a lawyer, and Frogan apparently, like she claims she did. I highly doubt she actually has a lawyer yet.
I would bet they lie.
Fighting for the scraps from his corpse. No wonder he hates all these people. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Perfect representation of parasitic simps that rely on one hippie to have an online career. Absolutely shameless. Denim's literally just restreaming the news. Bro's tag is just black. Wait, so if you look at Sean the Black, the tags are black and black brilliance.
Not gonna lie, as a black trans woman, and some of you know I'm a black trans woman, by the way, you can't say no. have done the same thing on YouTube. There was this thing when YouTube actually made a promo that you can tag that you're black, and that's kind of an extra thing. Ah.
Amazing, amazing. Definitely not
I felt bad because there was no special tag for black woman. They just mixed us all in the black pot. That's kind of racist, YouTube, not gonna lie.
using the race card at all, guys.
I'm joking, YouTube. Never done that.
Now, Dan Saltman also made this tweet. He thinks that Ethan should settle with Frogan. He tweeted, "Fuck it, offer to settle with Frogan. I'm honestly impressed that she has handled this so much better than everyone else. No comments, no shit talking, remove the VOD right away. How does she naturally handle this 100 times better than Casey or Denims, who are streaming veterans?" Well, there's a simple answer.
Well, calling yourself a streamer is literally the same as calling yourself unemployed. Being a streamer or being a YouTuber, it's not actually like any kind of, oh, look at me, I'm smart, I have credentials. No, you're just a lucky idiot. That's literally it.
To that, she's too busy eating, of course. So what the heck? Obviously, she don't got time for this petty bullshit. She needs to meet her calorie goal, obviously. People responded, some people are too nice. No, 10 years ago, maybe. Never settle with these type. Just because she's listening to her legal counsel doesn't mean she deserves leniency. Make an example out of all of them. Okay, to be honest,
God, come on. I want Ethan to go full on, okay? I want this to take 10 years of Ethan's life.
kind of agree with this.
And to destroy, obviously, the Hassan Orbit. God, I love these dramas because I hate all sides. Everything bad happening to anyone is just putting a smile on my face, and I'm not even gonna lie about that.
Because I feel like these people deserve no mercy. I mean, Frogan is particularly cruel. She was saying U.S. veterans should get PTSD and die. Nope, destroy them all. Frogman is the ultimate veteran, 2 times rising star. Only difference is Frogan hired a lawyer and listened to the lawyer that's not handling it better. And I feel like if you don't teach them a lesson, they're just gonna keep doing the shit and feel like they're invincible, right? Now, apparently we got some updates from Gato. I've just been notified that this is a tweet Ethan Klein is suing me over. I look forward to it being shown in court. Breaking: Ethan Klein has been arrested following the publication of a video in which he appears to be in the throes of a drug-fueled psychotic break. So again, I don't know why, if this is
Wait, I remember something about this.
the actual reason. This person can be making shit up. In fact, that is their entire career on Twitter, basically just making shit up. So unless I hear this from Ethan, I'm not going to believe it. I have no idea what Ethan is suing him for, but I know he is SOL with what I'm bringing. Legal Mindset responded, likely defamation and or IEED. My initial thought going through Gato's tweets would just be various instances of defamation per se and some actual malice as well.
Like, does this matter? No. Dude, someone fucking tweeted something bad about you. Again, everyone's forgetting that defamation has a pretty high bar. That you need to prove certain things, damages or other things. Like, there's no damages to be proven here. There's no reputational dents. There's nothing.
He also has to be the least sympathetic defendant of all time, considering what he said about US and veterans. Every juror will hate Gato. Oh, you think they're not gonna...
Well, the jurors are not actually allowed to... The jurors are not actually allowed to consider that in their judgment, okay? Jurors are supposed to be impartial. If this goes to trial, if the jurors are going to be the ones deciding the fate of this, they're not going to be... The American justice system is not going to go door to door. Hello, do you know Gato? Gato, this person on Twitter, and they say, yes, I hate him, and they're going to be like, yes, perfect, come on right in. No, they're going to be looking for people who don't know anything about them. People who are going to be impartial. In fact, by the way, if you go and be a juror and decide something, and then you say, oh yeah, my decision was based on the fact that this guy doesn't like cats. I don't know actually if this is legally liable, but I'm pretty sure, I'm kind of pretty sure that that's most likely legally liable because you're supposed to be impartial. You're supposed to judge these things purely based on the merit of evidence, not the merit of whatever fucking character you outside of anything. That's how these things are supposed to be. So, Dan Can't Tweet is a fucking retard.
veterans. Every juror will hate Gato. Oh, you think they're not gonna have sympathy for them caring for their father on like dialysis or something while tweeting 700 times a day? Apparently that's somehow taking care of your father, by the way. Now apparently Dan has been going out.
Well, I don't know. Tweeting is pretty fast, honestly. How you get 700 tweets in a day? That's no pretty insane.
After a user called Jake from Chinatown. If you remember, this person was the one who said they wanted to swing Ethan's kids into an oak tree. Basically completely unhinged. Dan responds, I have a full archive of all your tweets and I saved with a third-party compliant archiver to be admissible for discovery. I'll send them all to Ethan. But hey, as you formally said here, who would ever believe a freaking Israeli? Or maybe that war.
I can't. I mean, sue them if you want, but this is not. We're entering the age of everyone's gonna sue everyone. I can't wait to see how fucking backfires this. How hard this is gonna backfire. By the way, again, I said this last video, but we talked about this. There is no fucking world where Ethan Klein does not regret, suing these people. Because if these people are gonna fucking lose everything, they're probably gonna lose. There's nothing stopping them from just dragging this out and ruining Ethan's life also. Fuck, if I would get sued by someone and they would threaten to take everything away from me, you know I would spend every last penny to make their lives as miserable as possible in the most legal senses, in the most legal ways possible, because these are options. You can do that, and I have absolutely no doubt that these people are going to do that to Ethan Klein. Which is good. I want to see that. I want everyone to get what they deserve here. All of these people are guilty in my eyes of being horrible humans. That's it. End of story. Anyway, what a face, my Microsoft friend. Anyway, that was more Pegasus. Ah! Good, can't see shit. That was more Pegasus. 10 out of 10. Bye.